guys, Marsling here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So we are continuing on with the showcases for the new Fusions, Awakening / EZAs that we just got on Global. And this is one that I've definitely been looking forward to, this WHIRUS. Hopefully at this point you know how good he is already, but if not, then hopefully this video will be a good indication. So all the other Fusions units obviously had a little bit more link leveling done since the showcase of PHY yesterday, because that was the only one I recorded yesterday. So since then I did a bunch of link leveling, so all the ones that are showcased today can have slightly higher links. As you can see, he's basically at all 8s and 7s. We've got 1 6, so not too bad. I haven't put any skill orbs on any of these guys yet. So in terms of leader skill, they all basically have their own typing, 3 key, 100%. None of the Fusions Awakenings have like decent leader skills, but you're not going to be using any of them as a leader outside of maybe Battlefield. But in terms of his super attack, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, greatly lowers the enemy's defense. So obviously the raising attack and defense for 1 turn on super attack effect is very good. That's why I gave mine a little bit of extra additional. His passive is he changes tech and int key spheres into physical. So that's good that it's a specific type, right? Because it means you can plan out on the turns before, like specifically leaving certain types of orbs for him to change. He gets attack and defense 150% straight up at the start of the turn, which is obviously very good. Then he gives Fusion or Realm of Gods allies attack and defense 30% when you pick up 3 or more orbs. He has a 50% chance to dodge if you get 5 orbs, and then he gets an additional 70% attack and defense when you get 7 orbs. So because he changes so many orbs, it's not difficult to get 7. But even with a minimum of 3, it means he operates as a support unit if we're using him on Fusion or Realm of Gods. So we're going to use him on a Realm of Gods team here. One of his best link partners is this Vados. He actually shares an extra link with the AGL angel from Jiren's universe, Margarita, that came out on that double rates banner that probably nobody summoned on. I definitely didn't, so I don't have her. Because she has very much the similar link set to Vados, but she has Shattering the Limit, and obviously these Fusion units are all Shattering the Limit units, whereas Vados is a Fierce Battle unit. So 4.7, that's of his full passive, and then we get the additional as well. Wow, so 4.9. So 2 almost 5 million attack stat super attacks. Now that is on top of the fact that he's providing 30% attack and defense to everybody else, and he has a 50% chance to dodge, which he just did. So very, very good. One of the things that I feel like he's definitely going to be very useful for in the future is when we get the EZA for LR, Beerus and Whis, because they are a unit that has been known to have issues with key, depending on like the rotations and your supports and stuff like that. So having a unit like that, I think he shares 4 links with them as well. He's obviously going to be very good for them, for him to be around. So I also brought the LR Vegito Blue on the team solely for the rotation where he comes on with WHIRUS and Vados, because then he's going to share Shattering the Limit and Fused Fighter with WHIRUS. So that's obviously going to be a very good rotation for him. So let's go ahead and we'll put you in slot 1. Let's see if we can get these dodges. Do you get any extra links from you? You don't, so that's fine. So he starts off with 174k defense at the start of the turn, which again, considering his attack stats, not the crazy highest, like between 4.5 and 5 million, still pretty good, but with solid defense and built-in chance to dodge, I think he's definitely looking pretty good. And like I say, you only need to pick up 3 orbs, and then he's technically a support unit. And there's the dodge. 5.3, now that we're getting the nice little support buff from the AGL West Kai on rotation as well. Sadly, we've got type disadvantage, so he doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but that's just the way it goes when you have type disadvantage sometimes. But yeah, WHIRUS is really, really good. One of the reasons why I feel like people need to appreciate his value now, because if you've got him, then obviously you've got a chance to work on him if you hadn't, like, you know, awakened him yet, or you never bothered to give him Kais or anything like that. He's going to be really, really good in the future when the anniversary hits, because those of you that have seen the couple of videos I've done where I've been trying out my JP account, it's obviously pretty lacking, but running him on the Fused Fighters team with the LR Super Saiyan 4s, because obviously their leader skill is Fused Fighters, which is all Fusion, so it's Fusion, Patara, all together in one category, and then GT heroes. So this WHIRUS can be run on their team. Because they fuse into Gogeta with their active skill, they're on the Fusion category, which means he provides them support, even if they are not fused yet, and they're just in the Super Saiyan 4, like Goku and Vegeta stage. Let's not super with you, yeah, so we can definitely see Whirus attack. Because now Whirus has got every link active except Connoisseur, so he should look pretty good this turn. Now, he's not a typical nuker in the sense that he doesn't get a specific bonus like per orb. As long as you get the 7 orbs to activate his full passive, then obviously it doesn't matter how many more than that you get. But 7 is obviously what you want to get ideally so that he has all of his abilities. But yeah, so he can go on that team. He supports the LR Super Saiyan 4s, even if they're not fused. And then, of course, he's creating a ton of physical orbs. So 5 million attack stat off of the single attack without the extra support. So pretty solid considering everything else he does. Like 5 million attack stat isn't the craziest thing in the world, but with a 50% chance to dodge and the fact that he has very decent defense, he raises defense on super attack as well. So if you get the double super, you obviously get even more defense. So he's definitely looking pretty good. I brought this team because Beerus was obviously technically the highest like leader skill Realm of Gods unit in terms of the percentage. I've never particularly liked running physical Beerus. I guess they need to run supports like that give key more, because obviously West Kai, she gives 40% attack and defense, which is nice, but she doesn't give any key support, which a team like this, especially with Beerus, I think you need a little bit more of. But again, like Whirus shares some links with Beerus and creates physical orbs, so it would be another good rotation. The only problem is, of course, that because of the double orb changing, it's very possible for Whirus to create so many physical orbs that you basically have to put him in slot 1, because otherwise there's no way to get the rest of the orbs. You see, whereas on this turn, for example, we can quite easily put Vados in slot 1 to grab these and connect these all up, and 60. So obviously, on top of the fact that we are getting our full passive very easily, we are also getting a lot of same type orbs, so you can get a lot of healing in harder events. Obviously builds up the Dokkan gauge a lot faster, so you have to be aware of that. But overall, I think Whirus is very, very good. Even on the teams with the other Fusions units, like obviously they basically all have like Fused Fire and Shattering the Limit, even if they don't have any others. But Whirus has some decent links, and the fact that he can be used on the Realm of Gods team as well, because his support passive is for Fusion or Realm of Gods. So obviously as Realm of Gods continues to get buffs, I mean we got the LR God units from the anniversary, Whirus is always going to be useful on a team that has a ton of LRs like Realm of Gods does, because obviously those units are always going to be wanting a lot of key, and so you can use Whirus basically as like a third slot floating unit who is creating orbs for everybody, got those reasonably good links, and then because he raises defense on super, and if you're getting his full passive, he has pretty solid stats as well. Like he's not going to be a huge liability. He's not going to be one of those units that just gets you killed in the third slot. I'm just going to avoid the nodes here so this goes through a little bit faster. We should finish him off this turn, even if the Dokkan attack doesn't, because we've still got Beerus and UI Goku to attack. So yeah, Beerus can go ahead and finish him off here. So yeah, I definitely think Whirus is a very solid unit. In terms of utility, he's probably the best out of the bunch, right? Because you can put him on any team and he can work quite effectively. Because even if he's not linking up super well with the majority of the team, he's providing the support and the orb changing as well. So very, very good. But if we have another look at his links very quickly, he does also have shocking speed. Brainiacs, obviously Godly Power is fairly easy to get on Realm of Gods teams. Even like the Innocence on Fusion teams, like some of the Gotenks units and stuff have that. So he does actually have a pretty solid link set overall. I guess we can... You don't get any extra links, do you? Yes, we might as well just put you in slot 1. So yeah, grab 11 of these. Because like I say, the good thing is you only need to get the maximum of the 7 orbs, and then you get his full passive. So you don't have to worry about like which path gives you the most orbs. And then that can help you on a rotation where you do have another unit that is hungry for orbs. You can kind of find, like if you have a big cluster on one side and the other, rather than trying to worry about how you can get all of them together to get as many as possible for one unit, like you would do with a normal nuking style unit, you only have to make sure you're getting 7 orbs for Whirus, and then you can potentially create another big well of orbs on the other side or above as you drop those down, which is then going to benefit another unit on the rotation. So yeah, I think he's really good. You saw there he dodged Kabe's super attack in this turn. So in events where dodge is disabled at the end, obviously he's not going to be the tankiest unit in the world, but as long as you've got all the orbs to get him that full buff, then obviously his defense post super attack is pretty high. So he shouldn't have to worry too much. Obviously, I don't know if he would necessarily tank, like, you know, the final flash from Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta at the end of the Vegeta event or something like that. But, I mean, post super attack, his defense is going to be very high. We'll have another look on this rotation because we'll check his start of turn defense and then after we've picked up the orbs as well. So we can see what he goes up to. And then, of course, his super attack effect is a 30% raise as well. So, we're going to finish off Kabe this turn. Yeah, UI Goku will finish him off. So, we can move on to... I thought it would be a fitting one to take these godly beings from Universe 7 into the Versus Warriors of Universe 6 stage. I always try and pick an infinite Dragon Ball history stage for these initial showcases that has, like, some kind of relevance to the character. So, I thought this would be a good one for Whirus. Oh, we can actually get the rotation with his most optimal links as well. So, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, see, again, this is what I'm saying. We could easily, if we wanted to, grab some of these orbs with Vados, because we would... I think we would still end up with 7 on that other side, but I think we will play it safe here just because I do want to see this particular turn with all of his links and everything active. So, before picking up any orbs, he's starting the turn at 161k. Now, remember, of course, not only does he get the extra 70% on the passive for 7 orbs, but the support he's also giving to himself as well when you get the 3 orbs, the 30% to Realm of Gods and Fusion. So he's at 179, I believe. Let me check the wording of his extra defense buff here. Yes, it is when attacking, yeah, so it won't go up just by picking up the orbs. So, bear in mind, though, this is going to go up by 70% and then 30% effect from his super attack effect. So, he's going to be looking at being, like, well over 300, 350k defense after super attacking. So, this goes back to what I was saying previously. Like, even if you want to throw him on a Realm of Gods team as, like, a 3rd slot floating unit, he's going to be potentially at like 300k defense after supering. So he's not going to be a huge liability for the team, which I think is very, very good. Plus, you know, I think the design is cool. Obviously very weird looking, but yeah, the fusion of Beerus and Whis, I think it looks pretty awesome. So you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments section. But yeah, overall, I think he's very good. Like I say, he's going to fit very well onto that anniversary team. I also quite like his sticker effect. I mentioned in the Celsa one yesterday that some of the fusions have really bad ones, but his I think looks pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.